Here's what we read. God supplied the supply, but he only supplied the amount they needed for that day, on that day. And the reason he did that is because he always wanted them to need him. He always wanted them to remember who was the provider of the need and who was the provider for the need. He didn't only supply the supply, he also supplied the need. This story in the book of Exodus brings us back full circle to the Gospel of Luke chapter 11, which is the theme verse for this series. It says, one day Jesus was praying in a certain place. When he finished, one of his disciples said to him, Lord, teach us to pray, just as John taught his disciples. And he said to them, when you pray, say, Father, hallowed be your name, your kingdom come. Give us each day our daily bread. Listen, look at that. If you got the old school Bible, circle this. Give us each day. Jesus wasn't just referring to the provision, he was also referring to the need. Provide us with a need every day. Provide us with provision every day, but don't just provide us with provision every day. Provide us with need every day. Provide us with a reminder of the fact that without you, we are lost. Without you, we are nothing, because Jesus knew what you and I know, that there's always going to be need. You'll have need. I'll have need. Every single person will have need. But don't feel like you're in lack just because you're in need. Why? Because my God shall supply all your need according to his riches in glory by Christ Jesus. He is the God of the supply, and he's the God of the need. And the more you have need, the more you're going to have supply. The bigger the need, the bigger the supply. The smaller the need, the smaller the supply, because you don't need as much supplied, you don't need as much provided if you've got less need. Like when you were single, you didn't need the same things you need now that you're married. When you didn't have kids, you didn't need the same things that you need now that you have kids. When you lived in an apartment, you didn't need homeowners insurance. When you only had a bicycle, you didn't need car insurance. But there used to be a time when you thought the needs you have now would have been a blessing, but now that you have the needs that you have now, you think that they're a bother. So now that you begrudge that you got to write that check for the homeowner's insurance, remember the time when you begged God to give you a home that now you need insurance on. So what Jesus understood was, my God shall supply all your needs before you even knew you needed them supplied.